I love doing pull-ups. After all, one has to love them if he's going to do 1,000 in one day. Whenever I travel somewhere, I look for a spot where I can do pull-ups or some variation. A lot of times, if the door frame is deep enough, that will do the job and I can do finger pull-ups. Other times, I have to get a bit more creative. At my old place, my old roommate had a proper pull-up bar installed to the wall, which was great. My new place doesn't have that. So I started looking online for a door pull-up bar, and I found a really good one, which also came with dip bars. And I added it to my wish list with a plan on buying it soon. Then I decided to challenge myself. Seeing as I'm playing the Minimalist game in June, I thought it would be counterproductive if I buy something, even if it's something that I use often. Thing is that even if I stop doing pull-ups for a while, it's one of those exercises I'm good at, so it won't be difficult for me to get back into them. Initially, this is what I tried for pull-ups. You take a wedge or a book, you stick it under the swinging end of the door. You wrap your fingers on the top of the door, and I would just hang here for one exercise I did in the morning to stretch out my torso. Then you can also do pull-ups. I did have a couple towels and I did this on top of the door there for some padding, but I just didn't like doing that too much. Now I know what you're thinking, that the door might come off its hinges, but I actually saw a video of a guy over 200 pounds do this on a much smaller door, and I only weigh like 199. So the good thing about having a pull-up bar is that also you can hook a band around it and do many different exercises. So since I don't have one, I figured this out. Hook the band around the door hinge, and that's it. And I can do many different pulling exercises. One of the main ones actually is face pulls. If you're familiar with AthleanX, you know what I'm talking about. You basically just pull towards your face and open up. And however, there was still the matter of finding a place to hang for that one posture exercise, which I do every morning. And for that, you have to go this way. I wrap my fingers around the top of the shower door frame. My toes are still on the ground. And I just slowly let my hips drop here. Most of my weight is still being supported by my toes. And I just hang here for about a minute. This is a great posture exercise that I do every morning. All right, let's keep moving. Not having a pull-up bar at home means that I can't practice them as often. However, I may have been doing too many pull-ups. We sometimes use things simply because we have them, not because we need them. I know that's a paraphrase of a quote from somewhere, but I couldn't find out who said it. That only somewhat applies to me because I certainly wasn't using it simply because I had it. The problem is that I may have been overusing it, and thus I was neglecting other exercises, specifically exercises which I don't like doing. For chair dips, it's pretty straightforward. You just need 2 chairs, and nope, that's not going to work. Well. So one day, while I was out in the balcony and doing my housewife duties, hanging my clothes to dry, afterwards I was just hanging out here, enjoying the view, when without even realizing it, I started doing this. So I figured I can just do dips here, which is actually better than using a chair. And there's actually another exercise I can do here for my core, my abs. Same thing, except that instead of dipping down, you pull your hips up. It kind of looks like I'm about to fall forward. If I were to fall, I wouldn't die, just get hurt pretty badly. But I'm sure I'll be okay, meaning I'm sure I won't fall. That's it. That's how you adapt as a minimalist when it comes to working out. If you'd like to know how to adapt as a minimalist when it comes to other areas of life, you're going to have to subscribe. But don't subscribe just for that. There will also be non-minimalism related videos. Now I have to grab my junk from that end and bring it to this end. You do not want to see this end right now. After moving all my junk on that end, I remembered that there's actually one more thing I wanted to show you. I can actually do dips here using my windowsill and my desk. And one benefit of doing them here is that I have some privacy because I like to work out in my underwear. And I don't think my neighbors would be very fond of seeing me in the balcony doing dips in my underwear.